Hey guys, and welcome back to the series A MariChat Christmas Special, written by Stacey Holt. The artwork was created and approved by Natural Wind on Tumblr. All the links are still in the bottom description box. Shane will be voicing Cat Noir and Adrian. I will be voicing Marinette, Sabine, and the narrator. Maddie's going to be voicing Tikki. Ashton will be voicing Plagg and Alya. Brad will be voicing Tom. Calvin will be voicing Nino. You can find the links to their social media and their YouTube channels in the description box below. If you'd like to show your support, you can like, subscribe, and comment. Now, Chapter 12, Snowflakes. He opened the cold glass window and peeked in silently, seeing Marinette cutting white paper with scissors. He creeped in, making sure not to be heard as he kept his eyes glued on her, trying to figure out what she was trying to do. He saw her put the paper down along with the scissors and go downstairs, and he jumped down off of her bed and went over to what she was doing. He looks at the paper and scissors, but doesn't understand what he's even looking at. It looks like just a mess. What are you doing? He jumped and turned his head around and saw Marinette smirking at his surprised expression.
I was wondering what you were doing.
He smiled. You've never seen this before? She said, sitting back down in her computer chair as she set down a cup of juice beside her computer. Cat Noir shook his head and sat down on the chaise and saw her finish cutting the paper. Marinette smiled and finished cutting, letting the extra pieces fall onto the floor, seeing how impatient Cat Noir was becoming with each passing second and each cut she did. There, she said, with the last snip of the scissors.
I don't see anything,
he said, tilting his head to see if a different perspective would help. Marinette laughed and took hold of two corners and spread her arms across as far as she could and pulled them apart, revealing a bunch of connected paper snowflakes. Cat's eyes lit up with amazement and he jumped to his feet.
I want to try. Can you teach me?
He said. Of course, Marinette smiled, placing the snowflakes down on her desk, making sure they wouldn't get damaged. Marinette handed him a piece of white paper and they both started folding a piece of paper together, going one step at a time. Marinette noticed he did fine until they had to start cutting. He was nervous of messing up. She sat hers down and stood to the side of him, placing her hand on top of his. There it was again, the heart flutters that happened when she touched him. Ladybug leaned her head on him a few nights ago, but Marinette touched his hand and it made his entire being want to freeze up. Why was that? Cat, are you that nervous to mess up? It's just paper, you know, she laughed.
I know,
he said, trying to pay attention. She helped him snip the paper in the right places, and before he knew it, they were done. Alright, now take your hands on the corners and spread it apart, she smiled. He took his hands and did what she said. The paper unfolded and a bunch of snowflakes unfolded right under his eyes. He smiled at Marinette, and she smiled back. See? She said, grabbing the scissors to finish her own.
Why do you need to make these anyway?
Cat asked, placing his snowflakes down on the table. Oh, well, I'm decorating the bakery downstairs right now, but there's a Christmas party at my friend Alya's. She asked me to make some for her party as well on Christmas Eve, Marinette said, pushing a stray hair behind her ear. He had completely forgotten to tell Marinette that his father wouldn't let him come. They were going to be so disappointed. Maybe he could go as Cat Noir and still have some fun. She liked him as Cat Noir better anyways, right? Alya likes Cat Noir because of the interviews, so he assumed she wouldn't mind.
Mind if I tag along?
He said.
I don't really have anything to do.
Oh, sure. The more the merrier, Marinette said. Want to help me hang these up in the bakery downstairs?
Sure.
He smiled, picking his up as Marinette picked up her two sets. They walked downstairs to the bakery and they started hanging them around for the holiday. Though, Cat had something else on his mind. He smelled a lot of different smells, but there was one in particular he couldn't place his finger on. Are you alright, Cat? Marinette asked, seeing him zone out.
Oh, yeah, just fine. It just smells really good in here.
He smiled. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'd like to shout out all of my friends who agreed to partake in all the voice acting, and you should take a look at all their social media and their links below. Other than that, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys!